Pinaliit na nga ng teknolohiya ang mundo at syempre, mas pinadali daw ang buhay nito. Totoo nga ba? Pero tinutulungan tayo ng maraming mga kumpanya katulad ng ating makakakwentuhan ngayong araw na ito. Ito po ang inyong public service program, Pilipinas Online, Bantay OCW, hatid ng Bantay OCW Foundation mula po sa INQUIRER.net at Radyo Inquirer Online. Ako po si Susan K.
Bantay OCW, Bantay OCW, Bantay OCW, Bantay OCW, yeah, yeah.
Ano nga ba ang Xentra Solutions? We will be joined by their Chief Strategy Officer, walang iba si Ginoong Brett Radford. Hi, Mr. Radford. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thank you for having me as a guest.
Yes, and we would like to welcome you to our country, but I understand you've been here since May of 2023.
I have. I've been working in the Philippines over a number of years, but in May I decided that being an executive of a Filipino-based company with Filipino employees, that I had to move here. It was not a difficult decision. It was very easy because I've always embraced the Filipino culture and the Filipino people.
Oh, good for us and good for you.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Xentra. What is Xentra? What was the idea behind Xentra conceived, and what is its driving force now?
Well, Xentra was conceived, I've known the chairman of Xentra, Maaari, for some 25 years now. And we always, when I was working here with my own software developers, we always believed that the talent and the skill of Filipino software developers was, if not equal, but greater than you can get in an overseas country. And in 2017, Mana put Xentra Solutions together. We've actually done a reverse to the OFW.
Oh, yes.
We've brought it back. So we now outsource Filipinos from the Philippines to outside countries.
So instead of them leaving the country, they stay in the country.
Correct. And one of the myths was that, oh, but if they leave the country, they can earn more and supply more to their family. What we found was it's far better if they're here being contracted out to the outside world, getting paid appropriately for what the work and skill and talent they have, because then they're still here and their family life and their lifestyle doesn't change.
You address the problem of the so-called social cost of migration.
Correct. That is the social cost.
That's right.
And it must be, and I've spoken to a lot of OFW, it's stressful. Yeah, their mother, their families, things like that. They have to do it by a telephone. If there is a problem, they're 14 hours away from their home. So that would cause a lot of stress. So when we were thinking, how do we do this? But how do we do it inside the brilliant Filipino culture and education system? And we said the first thing we've got to do is fix that social aspect, that family aspect. And if they're working here, easily contactable to their family, what happens is they give more to the company they work for because they're less stressed, they have their family and their support network around them, they are earning above the average Filipino wage here in the Philippines. So all in all, we saw that as a win.
So Xentra Solutions offer solution to employment problem.
Well, that's one of the things we do. We do that. Because what we do as a company, we have 165 software developers. I am the only foreigner in the whole company.
Okay.
Right? Don't hold that against me. And that's one of the reasons I committed to come and live in the Philippines. If I'm going to embrace and I'm going to promote and I'm going to strategize where this company is going to be in 5 or 10 years' time, I have to know what is that culture, how do I experience that culture, and how can I promote that to the rest of the world. Out of those 165 employees, we have 45 trainees. So what we do is we go to the universities like Bulacan, and we take fresh graduates bring them into our
Great.
company as interns.
Uh-huh.
They do somewhere between 300 to 500 hours as an intern. Then they go to a trainee. And they do anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 months as a trainee. And in that time, we find out what they're like.
Yeah.
Not what we want, because we know they're graduates. So we know they have the skill set, but what's their passion?
Yeah.
So we do outsourcing products like cybersecurity,
Okay.
CRM databases. We build mobile applications. We build automation platforms. And in all of that, when our trainees come in, they are situated all around these projects.
So what makes Xentra Solutions unique among the players in the IT industry?
Well, I think the most unique thing is that all this talent is sitting in this country.
Mm-hmm.
But for an outside foreign company to have that talent, they've got to set up a company here. They've got to learn how they pay their contractors. They've got to learn all the tax implications of the employer. And that's very stressful on a Filipino who hasn't done that before.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So what happens is we contract, Xentra contracts to the client pays Xentra, and we pay locally under Philippine laws here, we pay the employees.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win all the way across. They're used to it, the employees are happy, they get medical benefits, they get all their SSS, taxes, everything paid. The overseas client that we have sees it far easier, one contract with Xentra, one payment that goes to Xentra, and the payment is payment in the Philippines. They have to transfer it within the Philippines. So we've made that uniqueness around taking talent from its early age, fostering it into our company, giving them more skill sets, and then letting them have a lifestyle in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful thing about it is if other companies around the world could gain the culture of the Filipino that's bred into them, and that is family, loyalty, right, and being 100% productivity your life.
So that's the strength of Xentra Solutions.
Yes.
That makes this social cost of migration somehow pave, since this is the common problem of our overseas Filipino workers. This is what you offer to the Filipinos, which others don't have yet.
That's
I correct?
correct.
Am I correct? Because you focus on the skills of our Filipinos.
Yes, and I can say right now, it's probably now moving into what I call the third set of skills.
Mm-hmm.
The first set of skills is the average,
Yeah.
right? The second set of the skills is very good. Now they're moving into excellence. And they're getting noticed. I made a comment earlier today. Philippines had to go to the world to get recognized. And the world said, oh, Philippines, third world country, corruption, coups. So they were standoff. What we've done at Xentra is proven to American and European-based companies that the world is now coming to the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
The world is paying attention to the skill set and the talent that's here. We're even driving now into a different sector, which is virtual assistants.
Aside from what you mentioned, Mr. Radford, what are some of the opportunities that you found in various places? Let's say some opportunities that are just waiting to be realized now that you're introducing Xentra Solutions in the Philippines.
Well, that's a trick because my competitors might be watching this, and that's going to give away the thing. But I think where we've found a big push is VAs, virtual assistants, particularly in the hospitality. Right? The hospitality industry has learnt to deal with that unfortunate thing called a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So more and more people have become comfortable with time management. More and more companies have become. So what we're doing is we very much identify a market segment like
Okay.
hospitality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We listen to what that hospitality industry requires, and then we start to progress and take people, Filipinos, and give them the skill set, if they haven't already got it, for those particular market segments. Recently, we did a partnership with Decisions. Decisions is one of the leading workflow automation software companies. And we certified 12 of our engineers on their online training. And then we sent 6 down to Sydney, Australia to have a week's intensive training with our partner. Because what they do is they come back, we're going to breed that across our skill set and across our people. And our goal, one of our strategies is by the end of 2024, it's only 12 months, 14 months away, we want to be known as the leading Filipino professional services based company in Asia. It's a bold statement.
Wow.
But what says we can't do it? We can do it. Our people know they can do it. So we're going to become one of our partners' Decisions. We're going to become their leading Asia product and professional services delivery company.
To follow that, sir, the Philippines is a brand-conscious market. And considering the country's strong digital presence, how do you perceive the Philippine market, given your expertise for 3 decades in the IT solutions industry?
Did you have to say 3 decades?
You want me to strike that out?
No, that's fine.
The 3 decades?
The 3 decades. They might be going, how old is this guy? Look, I think where we're going to come to here shortly is all our customers at this point of time are non-Philippine-based companies.
Okay.
They're all overseas. 2024 is we're going to pivot. We're still going to keep our overseas-based culture, and we will gain more as our reputation grows, but we're also going to pivot and come to the Philippines. We're going to start talking to local government. We're going to start talking to the federal governments. We're going to start talking to Filipino small and medium-sized businesses. Where they're missing out is they look at products and they're American or they're European and they can't afford them because of the economy here. With partners like Decisions, we've got together and said, the Filipino economy is this. It's not this, like the rest of the world, it's down here. So they've agreed that we can come in as a professional service company, representing them and offer the products as part of a service.
This is a valid concern of everybody, not only Filipinos. How can you ensure the customer satisfaction and, of course, to strengthen your brand name as well when it comes to your after-sales service?
Well, I think the most important thing there is it's being presented by Filipinos. Our people know their country and their consumer habits and their user habits better than anybody.
Okay.
So that's why when you bring products to the Philippines or you bring services to the Philippines, you have to understand the culture. You have to understand who you're dealing with. The Philippines has been at the top of IT for some 15 to 20 years. They were the first ones SMSing, the mobile phone become just part of everyday life. I would say 85% of Filipinos are very comfortable with a mobile phone.
Yes, true.
So what we have to do, we're going to introduce in 2024 a Pinoy wallet. It's a brand new product. It's a standalone product itself. But it's 10 years in the making of all the software developers we know that are working for us. Because, and I won't mention competitors, but they're built essentially around what that company thinks. We take that away. We don't think we know how to build it. We know how to build it because our people are Filipinos and they're building it. So if I say, hey, we need this, they go, hey, sir, I think what we should do is add that to it or take that away from it because the market audience will know exactly how to use it. At Xentra, we feel like we're a family. And that extends from the bringing up of Filipino children. Our generation worked too hard to see that get wasted.
Would you like to leave your message to our Filipinos worldwide watching us right now?
Come
Mr. Ben?
home.
Come
Come home. There's jobs here, particularly in the software. There's 200,000 Filipino software developers. There are companies here that will support you. We will support you. Don't live overseas.
Thank you
back.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Brett Radford, the Chief Strategy Officer of Xentra Solutions. So mga kababayan, umuwi na raw kayo, sabi ni Ginoong Radford. At syempre pa sa patuloy na pag-usad ng inyong public service program, 28 years na pong naglilingkod sa ating mga kababayan saan man sa mundo. Ito po ang inyong Pilipinas Online Bantay OCW, hatid ng Bantay OCW Foundation mula sa INQUIRER.net at Radyo Inquirer Online. Ako po si Susan K.